trust, which is to get people to, kind of corral them into a certain area. I do believe they tell us a lot of stuff that is going on because we're so paranoid. But then there's a step more that where you're like, none of that's real.
Yeah.
And so what is real? Is anything real?
Yeah, I think there's quite a bit that's real in our daily, waking, everyday existence. But we are too focused on nonsense to really be able to capitalize on our most precious resource, which is our focus, energy, and attention. I think that human attention truly is the prize. I think that we actually power this realm through our focused attention. It's what everything is trying to get. Every medium is trying to collect. Everywhere we look is a capture device. And these stories, conspiracy theories specifically, are excellent at captivating our attention, capturing our focused energy and attention, and that we are truly giving it away without realizing that it is a transfer, an energetic transfer. Our energy is measured in joules, Joules, but I also think that that's a tie-in to joule, as in a very precious material, because I do think that our energy is the prize. And so when we are pouring that out, we're pouring our precious emotional energy, our psychic energy, our attention, when we are kind of letting that loose, I think that it keeps us from living our actual lives to the fullest, experiencing the incredible power that I believe we are all instilled with. And I think everything's just a big trick to capture that, to keep us from truly living a full expression of what life as a human on the planet, realm, wherever we are, whatever this place is, I think that we're being diminished. Our ability to do that is being diminished. And I think that we're incredible creatures. You mentioned the brain as a machine or as a computer. Why can't the brain be a machine? I think we are. I think we are computers. People don't like comparing us to computers. Like, hey, I'm human. I'm not a hunk of metal over there. It's like, but we are incredibly intricate computational machines. We're bioorganic, but we still are incredible machines. There's no machine on anywhere in this realm that can compete with the intricacies and the precision of the human body.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And I do think that our brains, they say we only use 10% of our brains, I don't think that's true. I think that they have filled 90% of the other 90 is filled with garbage, junk, nonsense. I
totally think you're right. And I also believe that we are computers. And you know what that means, Johnny, that black teens in Brooklyn don't know what we are. You know what I'm saying? So,
what was that quote? That was just
so funny.
It's so funny.
Who said that
you got black teens in Brooklyn that don't even know what a computer is. You're like,
was that Kathy Hochul? Or
yeah.
God.
But I want to meet you close to where you are. I want to meet you there because I believe that our attention is the most important thing. And I think that's why when that, like, again, like we talked in the last episode with that roast, right? Like why that is so, look, we're back. We're back, man. Why are we back? Well, I'll tell you why we're back. Because if they don't bring us back, we're not going to pay attention to what they're making, which is that is, again, what human vibration is saying is the most important thing. The money isn't. Oh my God, Johnny, how many times do we on our Cash Daddy show do we see one guy saying Disney's losing all this money, and then Howie Dewey comes on and is like, "Yeah, the stock is up."
Every episode.
Every episode. It's not about the money, everybody. It's about your attention. It is really about your attention and getting you to pay attention. That's why. Now, there is a segment of society that they watch this woke shit, and that's why they continue to do it, because it does get some people. But they don't care about the money. They care about that they can't propagandize you anymore. That's their problem. That's why they're freaking out.
Johnny told me, on Game of Thrones, when you thought that cup was an accident. I thought it was. I was like, oh, I bet you someone's getting fired. Dun, dun, dun. No.
This wasn't me. No.
Oh, well, it might have not been you. Or,
No, but
I
they
heard
do that to have people talk
the
about.
Starbucks cup.
Yeah, but that must have been put in there.
Well,
Just advertising.
Like if you go, Sam, do you think that Tom Brady moment with Jeff Ross was real? I would tell you it's not. I would tell you they go, we need to make a viral moment for everybody to talk about.
Yeah.
Little did they know that Tony Hinchcliffe was going to go supernova, right? So they didn't need it, but that's the moment that and it's all contrived. It's all a trick.
Yeah. I mean, it's hot right now, but the rat beefs unfolding before our very eyes right now, it feels contrived. It feels hollow. It feels forced. It feels too much. I think what's kind of interesting is there's a new question being asked, which we haven't really asked before, but people are asking, like, who cares? Who cares about this beef? Who cares? Why are these grown men even beefing? And previously, and I've been very guilty. I love celebrity stuff. I love, oh God, back in the heyday when Britney was shaving her head, I couldn't get enough. And now, oh my God, she's imploding again. But even these implosions, they're controlled demolitions. They're designed to unfold exactly as they are. It does feel scripted in a sense that it is following a very specific, almost like mechanical, almost like a mechanism, following a very specific path. And not scripted as in like lines of dialogue from a play or movie, but scripted as in a computer script, auto-executing computer code. These things feel very programmed.
So much of what you said, nothing's real. Again, just like we talked on the last episode, this notion of like things being inorganic, but then people like, my friend Joe Rogan and all the comics that he's blown up, everyone calling it inorganic. Yeah, what have we seen? One right after another. All the gangster rap are homo thugs, right?
Yeah. Oh, the word thug comes from deception.
Yeah. I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
So we got all
the
these homo
etymology of thug.
thugs. We're finding out all these famous rock stars are just the kids of the military industrial complex. I mean, like, what is real? You keep wanting the industry to be like the disseminator of truth, and it's reality. It's all intelligence tricks. That's all it is. None of it's real. It's all bullshit.
Like, if that Diddy thing comes out or any of that,
well, they're killing it. They're killing the story. But you don't even believe that stuff. You don't think he was banging fat ass Meek Mill?
My favorite part of the Diddy thing is a prominent Texas pastor got kind of wrangled in. His name's Bishop T.D. Jakes. And he was purported to be a power bottom.
Wait, are you
Bishop
serious?
what?
I know
Bishop what?
I know who that is. Wow, is that?
Yeah,
oh,
he
wow.
was.
Say that again?
He's involved in some.
He's huge.
Of the text messages that P. Diddy's ex-wife and anyway, blah, 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 that just whenever I heard that, I'm just like, man, all the characters are roped into this. Almost comical. I sound so callous saying that about a tragedy, but it's. There's a concept called theater of the absurd, and I think that that's essentially what we're experiencing is absurdity. And I think it's ramping up the absurdity, the nonsensical nature, which actually is kind of like dreams. Dreams have these weird, illogical, nonsensical occurrences, and I think a lot of what we're experiencing with real life is equally nonsensical as a dream state. I think that it does allow you a great gift of freedom from the trauma, freedom from the terror. You're released those emotional captive states that we may have been in for decades. There's a release of that once you can see it through a new lens. Once you can see these traumatic events, these terror events through a new lens. And they just don't hit you. They don't hit you the same way. The old ones don't hit anymore, and the new ones don't hit anymore. And I think that there is a grand savings, essentially, an energetic savings. We're recapturing that precious resource, our energy, focus, energy, attention, by not always being impacted by the pings of the machine. Every time, the machine pings, oh, another tragedy, oh, another this, oh, another that. We have one of two options. We can either get completely sucked in and go give our whole selves into it, which we all know what that feeling is. You just glued to the TV, glued to the refresh on the website. We know what that, when we're desperate for the information. Or you can just ignore it completely. And in the ignoring, and I think that this is where ignorance is bliss comes in, because it's not ignorance in a sense that you are uneducated. It's a willful, chosen ignorance to not take in the information, the data, not absorb the impact of the trauma.
Yes.
I think that, and what is the net of that? Well, I still think we're figuring that out, because I don't think we've ever really had the opportunity to take back our energy before, to go, nope, this one's not for me. Nope, this school shooting, I'm out. I'm not even going to look into it. Oh, this major skirmish and these, warfaring countries. Oh, I'm just not even going to I'm not even going to read about it. I'm not even going to look. I'm just next. I don't care. Even with the rat beefs, more people are saying, I don't care. And I think that taking our power away from celebrity is also very, very important. I've lost many hours to celebrity gossip blogs and blah, blah, blah. It can be soul sucking.
I don't think they can false flag their way out of this.
Yeah. You said something earlier. We're not buying it anymore. We're simply not buying it.
Yeah.
And you said paying attention.
Yep.
The two go hand in hand. We're not buying this bullshit, and we're not paying for it in our attention anymore. We're pulling out. We're pulling out of the system. And they don't call it currency because currency means money. They call it currency because currency means energy, an energetic current. And so I think that, again, it all goes back to energy. It all goes back to Jack and our loosh. It really does. And this is the time. This is the time to say, I'm out, tap out. Like I'm done with the nonsense. I'm done with the noise.
Her saying that makes me think, and that's why Netflix gave us that Tom Brady bone. Here, pay attention again.
Yeah, 100%.
Come pay
To bring
attention.
us back
We said,
in.
look, we
We're
said the F
back.
word.
That's all you hear.
Yeah.
We're back.
We said the F word. Come back.